Hi, this is your old Brooklyn Sage back at you again. I know it's been a while, but I've been busy. Pretty busy. I want to talk a little bit about that menagerie, the Democratic debate the other night. And I want to talk about some of the people. It's like this guy, Booker, who's a senator from our state. This guy is definitely an idiot. You know, in his last debate, he kept on saying, you know, you people talk about crime in your neighborhood and all. You don't live in those neighborhoods. My neighborhood has crime. I hear gunshots every night. There are people killed in my town every night. Okay, Mr. Booker, Senator Booker, used to be Mayor Booker. You were mayor of that town. Why would you be bragging about every night they're out there shooting each other? What an idiot. Now, this last debate, he said something very deep. He said, Donald Trump is the unhealthiest man ever to run for president. He said this while he's standing next to Bernie Sanders, who just had a heart attack, and Biden, who doesn't know what state he's in. Booker is a problem. Buttigieg, Pete. Now, Buttigieg is the mayor of South Bend, Indiana, and he decides he wants to be in the reserves. So, you know, the reserves are run by the governor of the state. So he's got to deal with the governor of the state that says, hey, send me over to Afghanistan. Give me a desk job for 6 months. I got a nice resume, and I'll come back. Pete, you're not a Rambo, you know, just give it a break. It was nice you go over there, but, you know, you're not Rambo. The next person, you know, well, I'm not going to talk about Bernie. We all know about Bernie. Bernie is Bernie. You know, if you were watching the debate the other night, I guess you had to have watched Anderson Cooper, that unbiased reporter, asked Biden a question. He says, Mr. Biden, although we know everything you and Hunter did, there was no problem with, there was no evidence of anything wrong. Did you do anything wrong? So here's the guy telling him, you didn't do anything wrong. Hey, Anderson, you're supposed to be a journalist. I don't think that's a good thing. Yeah, there's another lady there, what's her name? Kamala Harris. I call her Senator Horizontal. If you go check with Willie Brown in California, you'll understand what I'm saying. That brings me to Elizabeth Warren. This woman has absolutely no concept of money. She has plenty of it. Her and her husband are law professors from Harvard. They make over $1 million a year. But they don't know anything about money because she wants Medicare for all. Now, I don't care whether you go to a liberal organization or conservative. They both agree. This will cost about $3.4 million a year. Now, our tax rolls, all we take in a year is $4 trillion. So if it's $3.4 trillion and we only get $4 trillion, there isn't a lot of money left over for her daycare centers or even Social Security or even the defense of this nation, which I don't think they even give a damn about the defense of the nation because they spend money like it's unbelievable. And then they'll tell you, oh no, middle class won't have to increase their taxes. Give me a break. Now, you know, there's been this, Beto. I'm not going to talk about Beto. Beto is Beto. I would like to talk about Hunter Biden, though. It's interesting. I found the other day they wanted for the job that he got for $68,000 or $86,000 a month plus a $3 million bonus. It said, no experience necessary. Isn't that amazing? Number 2, do not have to speak our language. This is a pretty liberal job. Expulsion from the Navy is no exclusion. It does not exclude you if you were expelled from the Navy. Drug addicts can apply. The last requirement was you have to have a last name of Biden. Yeah. You know, this whole team of Democrats running for the presidency, very, very scary. But I just want to end with a little advice for my president, for President Trump. You know, the next time a Democrat is elected president, they're going to stack the court, just like Roosevelt tried to do many years ago in the 30s and 40s. And they're going to stack it. They're going to add 5 more Supreme Court justices because they know that's the only way they can get a liberal court. So here's my advice. You stack the court now. Add 5. Remember, the Constitution does not say you only have to have 9. So you add 5 conservatives to the court. What? Oh, yeah, I know. So, but the Democrats will come and say, you can't do that. And they'll state every rule, they'll quote every rule, they'll look at every book, they'll hire every lawyer, everything. That's good. Because if they come and say you can't do it and they prove you can't do it, it's a preemptive strike. So when they come in, anyhow, Mr. President, I think you should think serious about that. I want to thank you all for listening to these little videos that I come up with now and then. I appreciate it. Thank you.